Birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, call Elohim Hawa, Elohim Yahweh, Shem Shai, Shem Kagadash, and give a double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, well, peace and salutation to the elect. Yahweh being the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world calls God, Jehovah, and such. And what? Yahweh, that's not the name, of course, of the Heavenly Father. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh means he is, or he exists, or he to be. Bashem is in the name. Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son's name of the Heavenly Father. Lord, he calls Jesus Christ, Christ, and Yeshua, and amongst many different, names, but that's not the name again of the Lord. The name of the Lord, the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, is Yahweh Shai, which is he the deliverer. Bashem Kakadash, name of the Spirit holy. You call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Alright, for all things, you Israelites, and for your salvation primarily. Of course, giving double honors to the elders and apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who well, peace and salutation to the elect again, 144,000 prophets, and the remnant of the elect, whom are believers. Alright, that great peace of multitude of men, women, and children who are not prophets, but the Lord is going to have mercy upon these times. Shemya Mapma Neza Mafu Mayanga Rolaka Makana from the Great Millstone Camp, 60 Plaintables by Yar in the city of Philadelphia. I am Madi Ma'ite. So I'm going to try to kind of like zoom in to it says the press Apple Plus. Zoom in so you can see, because it kind of got some glare in the picture, but what we are seeing is the price of something. Pardon. Yeah. Alright, so try to zoom in even more. This is organic spring mix, which is a mix of greens, and being what? You have your spinach and other different greens, and within this blend, alright, which is apparently organic, grown possibly with minimum to no pesticides. As they may of course market, and this is I forget if this would be, it's not I'm not sure, I doubt it's, I don't believe it's 5 pounds, but it may be that. But this is the container of greens that you see is $6.99, which I've never seen this at this cost ever. And I've been of course shopping particularly at this grocery store. It's called Giant Food Market, or Giant, here in Philadelphia, which has expanded in many different neighborhoods, and has a pretty good atmosphere, definitely, than other grocery stores. But so it they would carry many more organics. More so would be cheaper than Whole Foods, but now even spinach has gone to a price where I don't even think, I have to check, but it feels like you at Whole Foods, or as brothers would say, whole check. Alright, which they put the higher costs on the actual good, so-called good foods that you would buy. $6.99 $6.99. I kind of sound like I'm echoing the whole if it's the word sentiment that other chick, the Edomite, was talking about how much she of the petrol or gas costs that she had to pay per gallon to place in her fuel tank. Now, seeing $6.99 itself for just spring mix, which is just salad greens, it blew me away, literally. And I was like, I had to see it with my own eyes, because the brother that was in the store with me, and I was at one end looking at some premium juices, Amazon acai juice. I got like this dragon fruit juice, which was $6, which that always been that price, $5 or $6, mainly just that $6 price. But $7 for organic spring mix, which times prior are always used to be $5 organic. Now it's $7 basically. And who is people like I'm not paying $7 for that, so I would have to go to a smaller size. But even that, what I haven't even looked at how much the smaller size is. The smaller size gonna be $1. Is it gonna be the $2 less than that? They'll sell the smaller containers for $5, and then this is be $6.99. I mean, hey, for most people, it's not gonna make sense, because they're not gonna be able to afford this at all. All right, so to be even to be healthy, or try to be a bit more healthy, is gonna come at a cost, and it's only gonna increase more, to the point where most people are not going to be able to buy this stuff. Okay, so wow, it's just when the apostle and the apostle Tahar, I believe, as of recently, I believe like a couple months ago, I remember he had, or maybe a month or so ago, had deemed it the year of that or like deemed it the year to turn up, but also said we're in the time of the black horse in Revelation, the 6th chapter, which I'll just read briefly. Which we, like I said, brothers, we've been going on to it repeatedly, so I'm not gonna go and spend too much time on that particular precept, because like, especially even me, I tend to always be on this particular one. You have people that say that Great Millstone don't focus on or is not for beginners. No, it's not that we're not for beginners. It's that we expect you to watch the videos and stay up to date with the videos, so that these particular precepts and breakdowns that we do go over is known already or familiar with you from hearing it. Okay, because we go into it so often. We may quote it because many of us do know the scriptures, and they have eaten and digested the whole roll. Well, of course, you're going to have listeners too, but they just pick up on where we're at, okay, and grow. And seeking you shall find. Revelation 6 and this verse 5, it says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard a third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his judgment. Black horse, okay, is the time, representing the time in which we're in at these times, okay, which is the economically inflation and hyperinflation. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny. Penny is a day's wages, okay, back in Roman times, okay. where the currency being the denarius or denarii, that reflect a day's wages. Okay, for a measure of wheat for a whole day's wage. But it says, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. All right, again, penny being a day's wages. Okay, that's loads of money. All right, they got this for penny under denarion. Okay, going back to the going back to the denarius was the ordinary day's pay for a day's wages, and you can see it here, or 10 asses, Latin origin. All right, so the Roman silver coin. Okay, I guess going into it. Well, we know what happened in times of ancient Rome, how they were mixing these these coins with inferior metals. All right, and basically devalued it, made it worthless. All right, and that's the same thing going on now. All right, the money is losing its value, so it's costing more to get really less at these times. Okay, you're costing more to get less, or it costs more to get what you previously used to be able to get at a more lower cost or more affordable rate. Okay, and see thou hurt not the oil in the wine. The truth. So we are in these times of the black horse. Okay, and if you can't measure the time diligently in itself, and know that we in a time of great prophetic peril, and we must be absolute fool. Okay, we were just talking about it, me and the Akh Mayim, and he was talking about how he basically said the same thing I just said about, if you don't know it's the end, and such, you're crazy. And I was just looking at the signs which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai was leaving for me as we were discussing things, and the Lord had left different signs for me, and the Lord had on this one truck that went by and parked. It was graffiti on the truck exterior was vision, which vision goes into what? Prophecy. Okay, and that's what we're seeing now, prophecy. Like I said, when you see $6.99 for a salad mix, all right, usually people buy salad mix, greens and all that type of stuff, maybe like $3, $5, premium. But $6.99, that's that's damn near outrageous. Okay, that's outrageous. Like a band that used to be that's back in my time when I was younger. The band called That's Outrageous. Well, that's outrageous. Okay. Habakkuk chapter 2. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the terror, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So our mission is to stand on our watch. Okay, be on that terror where you can see what's gonna come into the city. Okay, what's gonna come into Babylon, wherever you are, if you're scattered. Okay, you're looking for the coming danger. Okay, watch. You have Ma Shamarath. All right, Ma Shemarath, which goes into from Ma is of or from. Shamar goes to watch or guard. Okay? And this is a office. Okay? So us as prophets, we must do this. This is an actual office. This is an administration to do. All right, this is an ordinance. Okay? And the Lord speaks by his prophets. Okay? The Lord gonna give the word. And as this one Jake, you know that I think he quoted it. He said, let me see if it's Isaiah 55. He said the Lord's words don't come back void, which is true. I say, yeah, that's true. Okay. This is Isaiah 55 and 11, and it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth in my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper or advance in the thing whereto I sent it. And the Lord has sent certain prophecies, visions, to do exactly what we're seeing right now, to drive the prices up, which is really the devaluing of the currency, so that it costs more for you to buy things, and thus creating a financial peril for many, man. Okay? And as the farmers said, we're going to pay for these higher costs for them to be in operation, and also for these goods to be transported to get to your grocery markets. The Lord answered me and said, write the vision or the prophecy, all right, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay? These prophecies have been made clearly evident or clearly taught to you, okay, by the prophets. It's not like like you can just, okay, I don't have any understanding. The understanding is given via the prophets, okay, via the Lord's priests. The Chazawan, or the vision, okay, is being made plain, okay, upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, okay. For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely come. It will not tarry. And the complete end of this place is no tarrying at all, man. Like, I'm seeing this, like, I'm like, wow. Wow, man. Wow. Okay? So it's no like, you hear things the apostles, would say, and then, like, or have even said, and, like, brothers probably like, oh, well, it might, or whomever may feel, oh, it may take a bit for that to kick in, but it's already kicking in, okay? All right? And what you're gonna do for yous out there that you Israelites that having to turn to the Lord, when it kicks you off or kicks you out of your house, prophecy itself will kick you out of your house. All right, it kick you out of your house. It says, "Go to now." This is James 5:1. "Ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." All right, the elite, okay, the bankers. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Okay, really, like I say, reflecting really their money. Okay, because they say go into it. Brother Shaman always go into it. Gold and silver don't rush. I mean, don't rust. Yeah, don't rust or corrode. But this money that you got, these dollars and such, they, as you can see, they are. I mean, they don't even hold, value. Any intrinsic value, and of course, due to their so-called quantitative easing and them creating more money and circulating through stimulus and such, right? Stimulated caught me because the whole decrease in economic, they said decrease in economic growth, the pandemic, people needed money because their jobs were shut down and closed it and such. Well, that only has helped more and more and more bring them into debt. Okay? And it's a witness against you elite bankers. All right? We can clearly see that it is. And it shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Okay? It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped in your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies. Okay? Yeah, alright, the laborers working, toiling, and, in complete misery, man. The Lord has heard, and sees, okay, particularly us Israelites, man. Because, I'm sitting there complaining about the shite. Okay, I'm like, man, that might be the last time I even put a consideration of even going to buy these particular greens at Giant, or what I'm just going to do, I'm going to do as like, hey, things are written aforetime for our learning, and these things are playing out again. Of just ration out what I already got, but I gotta pretty much find a way to basically make that the salad greens that I day buy to stay preserved a bit longer, so I can stretch it, so I don't have to continue. Because loads of the time, putting that in that container that they sell it in, and moisture begins to build up within it, so it's living. And it turns, obviously it starts to become more like it starts to lose its freshness and such, being enclosed in there, need to breathe. So I may have to get like one of them containers that help it, like basically I guess breathe, and allow it to last longer. Okay. But there's loads of people that's gonna be mad from what they are seeing and experiencing. Okay, you got a low-level Jake that's no even caring about nourishing their bodies. Okay, they eating cheesesteaks, and the common food that fried chicken, cheesesteak. Like here, cheesesteak is just a common thing that most Jake here in Philly eat. It's just a hit thing. I'm not saying that you can't have and enjoy a cheesesteak, but you have Jake that literally that's their diet, eating cheesesteak, French fries, chicken nuggets, and sweet potato pies, and pretty much all type of foods that are drowned in bad oils, and it kills your body, clogs your body, your arteries, etc. Well, most Jake, they're no concerned about it, because then they don't even see us aisle for in a grocery store, maybe like to see the price of salad greens. They may never ever see green in their body, or at least it's some type of lettuce somebody put on there. A lot of times I see Jake I usually see it at them food carts. Them Ishmael be having an Elam, and they call them halal carts. But they'll give basically rice and meat, and then they'll put like basically lettuce, tomato, green pepper, and onion, and they'll say, hey, you want salad? Most Jakes say no salad, or even before the guy even basically completes putting it together, they'll say make sure no salad at all. All right, Jake don't even want a consideration of eating, as the scriptures call it, pulse, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, our greens, all right, which is essential to our body. You read about how Daniel ate, greens. Okay. I'm about to basically close out. There's another precept I do want, but it's in the spirit. I also read Ezekiel. I think that was the fourth. You're going to the rationing. Talk about how we eat our food, the defile amongst the Gentiles, but also talk about the rationing or measuring. Hey, brothers, like say, start, like say, seeing what's important, what you really need. All right, meat is, like I said, more and more expensive. I just seen some meat, lamb meat, that, like they would put like cut for usually like stews and stuff, and this wasn't even like it's bones and such, a bit of meat on it, some meat on it and such, but it wasn't no like a lab chop. It's just called for stew, lamb for stew. That's how they basically title it. Cost $7, but it used to be like at least like just like $2.50 or something like that. It's $7 at Giant. Daniel chapter. This goes into the Daniel, and it's gonna read. I say, then said Daniel to Melazar, right, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hannah, and Mishael, and Araziah. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. All right. Then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children, that they eat the portion of the king's meat. All right, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. Okay. Point being, pulse and water to drink. Okay. These are Daniel was a top. And as you see, they took top. A heathen would take the top of a nation to help benefit them. But hey, eating veg and such, beans, etc. The bean is a veg, I believe, considered a veg, if I'm not mistaken, an incomplete protein. It's good, but what do you do when the prices are that high? There's loads. There's gonna be much complaints that are given out there. Okay. And the higher the laborers that reap down the field, their cries are gonna go into the Lord's ears. Okay, so I'm gonna get this precept and pretty much removing the close out. I just really want to just read out my Bible, physical one, but I'm gonna read this and then we'll just close out. But hey, this place, like I say, prophecies are kicking, and it's kicking arse out here. So you just gotta keep on our, us, the servants of the Lord, gonna eat, but things are getting tighter and tighter, and a bit more uncomfortable. From what your normal standard of life used to be. being able to buy they certain things, they may have to switch it up. But do your best. It says here, Ecclesiasticus chapter 4 and verse 2, make not a hungry soul sorrowful. I believe the Hebrew word for hungry is ra'ib, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Make it not sorrowful. Alright, sorrow bring sadness and such. Neither provoke a man in his distress. Add not more trouble or distress to the heart or mind that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need. Esau is doing these things on purpose, intentionally. So what do you think is going to cause these people to do? The Israelites to do? Okay, men affected by this to do. It's going to reach the Lord, and obviously the Lord is going to bring the judgment. Okay, but you could read down more. But this is things that and these people gonna bug out. Okay, and literally, as you see, people are barely have the temperance or self-government to contain themselves. Like I think a guy flipped there in the store because what he said, something was I think he got like a like I said, he got a pork bacon, which that's not unlawful, pork bacon, and then lettuce and tomato and sandwich. It costs like about probably I think like maybe $7, but he expected to get it for like $2 or something like that. I forget how much, but he's like, how is that even possible? And he's flipping out, and it sound like a Mr. I was gonna say Mr. Chinaman, but he flipped that on Moab, and walked out. Hey, it's a good time to have food stamps. I could just say that. But I don't have them. But hey, Jake use the word but not abuse it, and he be mad and stuff. 'Cause Jake probably still just receiving the benefits and not knowing the Lord, and that's why they ain't snapping. But it's gonna hit, and all these prophecies are gonna affect everyone. We just pray the Lord have His mercy upon us. So, Shalom to elect, all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bisham Kakadash, the blind star apostle, Elder Great Millstone. Again, just making a note of the $7 spring mix. Okay. This is they probably source this in your own country, but hey, these prices of diesel, fertilizer, all these different things are increasing. So, hey, we gotta pass it to the consumer. That hurts us. Shalom to elect, but it leads us close to the prophecy being completely fulfilled. The Lord is delivering us. So, shalom to elect.